Hi there, everyone. I'm Mick Corrigan from Action Coach, and today I have with me Anthony Devereux. And Anthony is the owner of Arrow Tooling. Anthony, welcome. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you, Mick. Good
So,
afternoon.
kick off and tell us a bit about Arrow Tooling. What's it all about?
Okay, Arrow Tooling is a small company. We work for another company called Cruing. We only work for them, and we have a franchise in the UK to supply their tooling.
Well, good for you and congratulations.
Thank you.
And how's it progressing?
Obviously, when you start a business in the middle of a pandemic, it gives you very little opportunity. But we're now in year 4. And if you were to ask me 3.5 years ago, would you be doing what we're doing now? I would have never believed it. We've just come back from Mac 24, where we worked as part of Cruing, which is what we are basically.
Mac 24 is, Anthony?
Mac 24 is the biggest engineering show at the NEC, which was last week. And when you consider there's probably somewhere in the region of maybe 50 or 60,000 visitors at this engineering show, and all of these people are there to see the best of the best, and we were part of it. Now, there were a couple of times last week where I had to pinch myself because of the caliber of the people that were on our stand. I can't mention names, but we're talking Formula One, and they're now in the process of looking at us for the tooling that we provide, because nobody provides the tooling that we can. Now,
So the tooling that you provide, you said it was a special tooling.
Yes.
What is it that's so special about it?
It's the quality. The quality of Cruing. Cruing is a company that's been around for 60 years, and it's been around as an Italian company, which when you look along the lines of Ferrari and Lamborghini, they expect perfection. And when you look at many Italian companies, whether they be big or small, that's what they produce. And the tools not only look fantastic, they are fantastic. And as I mentioned earlier, when they first brought their tools to the furniture industry, it was a massive revelation to the furniture industry. And there's companies now that have taken up using Cruing tooling that have never even now seen tooling that perform just like they do. Nobody produces tooling as good as they do.
So you've diversified away, not away, but you still do furniture, but I guess you're now into other markets as well.
Yeah, well, because of where I live and because of my background, I started as an engineer. In the early 90s, there were no engineering companies to get a job at. So I ended up working in the furniture industry. When I've come out of that and I now work for Cruing, I then looked at the rest of the range that Cruing have and noticed that they've got a massive engineering side that nobody even looks at. It's not been pushed in the UK by any part of Cruing so far, but I thought what an opportunity for us. We can develop that, and because of where I live at one end of the M65, and at the other end of the M65 is all the engineering and aerospace that's around Burnley, Blackburn, Clitheroe. So I thought it's a marvelous opportunity for us. And as you probably know, when you start a small business, the best thing that you can do is learn to diversify and learn to look at what opportunities that you've got around you. Why travel to one end of the country when you've got opportunities that are on your doorstep? So that's what we did. And what I thought I would do, what Cruing actually did when they came into the furniture industry was put the best tooling where tooling needed to be. Now, if you worked for a furniture industry or a furniture company over the last 30 years, there'll be a couple of names which are synonymous, which everybody goes to, but they don't provide the best tooling. I learned by what Cruing had given to me that the best tooling is what can really drive a business. Now, the business that I used to work for, they went from success to success to success based on the productivity that Cruing tooling gave them. And right now, I look at my job now is to do exactly that. Arrow Tooling was set up to put the best tooling in the hands of anybody, really. When I look at what I've just been doing at Mac 24, working for a company that's now working for Formula One teams, it's not just that. Our customers now range. One of the questions that you're going to ask me in a few minutes is what are my customer ranges? So when you get round to that, I'll tell you what that is.
Go ahead.
All right. When I first started this business, I had a look at obviously what our customers would be, and I assumed it would vary from probably some small to medium enterprises, and probably not vary too much from that. There might be a couple of small companies, and there might be the odd big one. We vary now from anybody who's manufacturing a kitchen in his one unit with his CNC machine that he's just purchased off eBay, or we've just done some tooling for a company that sends rockets to space. So
Wow.
I know. When I got the call on that one, honestly, if you've ever wanted to experience those things that you see other people do, where they're running around the room going, "Wow," then you get a call like that. This company was a company that I contacted last year. It was I just sent them some information, and not ever expecting anything back. And one day, a couple of months ago, I got a call and they said, "Can you do this?" And I said, "Yes, of course we can." And we've now the order's not been delivered yet. It gets delivered next month, and we've now produced produced tooling for a company that sends rockets to space.
Fantastic.
And for me personally, it's not saying I've made it. When you're self-employed, you never have. You've always got to keep going. But it's a dream come true, I have to say. I never expected anything like that. But
congratulations.
Thank you. If you've got the right product and you've got the right approach, then it works out very well.
So what does the future look like, Anthony?
For me, the future, we don't expect much. All we expect is to enjoy ourselves and earn a living. I'm 60 this year, so I'm not looking to set the world on fire. But the future does look good. If you'd have been at the same engineering show that I was last week, and you saw how busy it was and how much people are interested in moving the UK forward, then you'll know that the future is absolutely bright for everything. But it does depend on how we handle it. I'm not sure what's going to happen in the next 4 or 5 years with the economy. Hopefully, we're going to keep it bouncing because we need to. And I'm not really sure what's going to happen with net zero. I think net zero is going to be a massive challenge. If we continue down
in what way, Anthony?
Well, the way net zero works is it's going to try and reduce energy. And when you look at manufacturing, what manufacturing does, it bases its success on efficiency. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean reductions in energy. It sometimes means increases in energy. And if we put the brakes on some of the developing industries that are developing all over the world now, for just to save a bit of carbon, then it might not necessarily be the right thing to do. And I'm fairly sure that once we get to the closer deadlines for net zero, there'll be some rethinking going on. And as people will have noticed now with the battery electric vehicle industry now, it's not necessarily the utopia everybody thinks it is. And that's what things tend to be. They always promise these things, just like starting your own business, and it always ends up being something else. And you've got to learn and adapt along the way. And if you don't, then things can go wrong.
And what other challenges do you see?
Challenges for us are the challenges for our customers. We've got to be able to supply what they need, and what they need is future developments, the the realization that computing power is the friend, and lots of companies now are now seeing that. They're now seeing that the power of what they need to have is on the machine, and not necessarily in driving the company forward with regards to size. They really do need to take a look at technology, and the tooling companies and people like ourselves need to help convince them of that, because that's where our future lies. Our future lies in the use of technology and developing products that fit into that. If we don't, then what can happen is other countries and other markets will take over what we've got. But in the UK especially, we are one of the most innovative and engineering-like countries that you could really meet. So we've got to be ready for that. And for us, I think we are. We've just got to make sure everybody else comes along with it and try and explain. We bridge the market between technology and manufacturing, because what we understand, and one of the things that we always tell our customers is, yes, you can have a machine and it can do all these wonderful things, but when it actually gets to the work, it's the cutting tool that does the cutting, and without that, the customer can't see it. And if we can provide that information and help them along with that, then that's what we see as our job.
Quick final question for you, Anthony.
Okay.
In the 3 or 4 years you've been in business,
yes,
what have been the key learnings for you? And if you could turn the clock back, what might you do differently?
The biggest learning curve for me was conquering fear, the fear of fear itself. If you don't go for it, then it's not going to happen. You can sit here and stare into the computer screen as long as you want, but to quote one of the famous people out there now, Mr. Elon Musk, he said, "You can stare into the abyss, or you can eat the glass." Believe me, eat the glass, do it. What do I regret? I regret not doing it 10 years ago. As I said, I'm 60 coming up this year. I wish I'd have done it when I was 50. I think, I'm now just getting to the point where I'm over the first few years, and I'm enjoying it. The struggles are really not over and done with, but I'm getting to the point now where I think I can do this. And I've only got another 7 years where somebody's going to force me to retire, but I'm not going to retire properly. So I wish I'd just done it 10 years ago. That's it. Yeah. And if anybody is considering going into business, go for it. Go for it now. Don't wait. Don't wait until you think you're ready. Just go for it. And
great.
I think
great advice, Anthony. Go for it. Eat the glass. Love it.
Eat the glass. That's it.
Thank you so much, Anthony.
It's all right. My pleasure. All the best to you.